FICA tax and income tax to obtain the total tax owed. Then find the overall tax rate on the gross income, including FICA and income tax. Assume that the individual is single and takes a standard deduction. Okay? So a woman earned $49,500 in wages and tips. She had no other income. So basically, all you got to write down is $49,500. And I think we did a problem like this the other day, didn't we? Or we were starting it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Let's see if this will work. Y'all let me know if y'all can see my writing okay. So the first thing you're going to do is take the $49,500.
We can't see anything you're writing.
Yeah. We don't see anything.
What do you see?
Going back to your like normal desktop.
Yeah, we see your desktop with the cameras.
Okay, my desktop right now has y'all on half the screen and has my document cam on the other half. You don't see anything like that?
Now
It
we
just
do.
came.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, there's a delay because I'm going through my phone, so we'll just have to. So I'll just tell you what to do, and then I'll do it, and then hopefully it'll show up. I appreciate y'all being patient. 49,500 times, since it's not 127,000, you're going to multiply that by 0.0765. 0.0765. I need y'all to do that with your calculator. And that 0.765 comes from the FICA. We got to get that first. So go ahead and take the 49,500 and multiply that by 0.065. And tell me what y'all get.
$3786.75.
3786.75. That is what they owe on FICA. All right, so write that down and put that over to the side because you're going to use that later to add to your income, your taxable income. So 3786.75, and keep that for later.
The income by the FICA tax.
Okay.
It's 40. It's another one of the hard problems.
Okay.
Say again.
She was asking me what chapter.
This is 7E. Or
Okay.
4E.
Oh, 4E. Okay.
So if y'all can see that, that's 49,500 times 0.0765, and that's equal to 3786.75. And that is for later. That's called the FICA. So that's one thing you got to do. I guess you call that part one. And now we've got to take the 49,500 and we got to subtract the deduction. So 49,500 minus, what's the deduction? And I'll blow it up for you again. And again, I don't know if y'all can see everything or not. I'm just doing the best I can here. So I'm going to blow up the chart. Okay, the chart right here says, what is the standard deduction? Somebody add these two right here. The standard deduction and the exemption. That'd be 10,400. Add those up and see what you get. $6,350 plus $4,050. What do you get when you add those two up?
10,400.
Okay, so subtract, and I'll take my sheet back up here. So I'm going to do, this is part 2. We're going to take I'm trying to pause a little bit so my screen will catch up. But 49,500 minus the 10,400, and the 10,400 is those two deductions added together up here. And somebody take your handy dandy calculator, and that's going to be 39,100. Somebody check it.
Yes.
39,100. Now that's what's going to the brackets. We're going to send that 39,100. We're going to push that through the brackets so we can actually find out what we owe. Okay, so that's part 2. Now I'm going to blow up the bracket so you can actually copy it down if you can, because you need it so you can see where everything goes. So I'm going to blow it up, and y'all tell me if y'all can see it. Let me know if y'all can see it. I just blew it up, so it should take up about half of the screen. Can you see it? You there?
Yeah.
Can you see it should be big, should take up half the screen. Can you see it?
Are you talking about the tax bracket?
Yes, the
Like the
tax
chart?
bracket.
Oh, we don't see it at all now. It's like,
Oh, I think we're getting there.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I
It's
say,
not
I'm
quite
using my
there yet.
phone, so it's probably going to take a second to get there.
Are you feeling any better, Hubert?
No,
You
not
don't really sound like it.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, we see it now.
All right, copy that down. Now we got 39,100. So where is 39,100 going to fit?
25%.
25%. So we're going to go to the 25%. We're going to use the 10%, the 15%, and the 25%, because 25% goes up to 91,000. 15% only goes to 37,000. So we're at 39,000, so this goes into the third bracket. Let me know when y'all have that copied down. You just have to copy the first 3. You don't have to copy down the other ones, because you don't need them. Just copy the 10%, the 15%, and the 25%. And let me know when y'all have those copied.
I got it all down.
Okay, how about you, Mr. B?
I'm getting close.
All right.
One more. All right, I got it.
Miss Anya Sador, do you
I do
have those
too.
3 brackets?
Yes, I have them.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to slide back up. Let me hit the zoom again. And I'm going to slide back up. Now, part 3, we got to do the different brackets. So at 10%, we're going to do at 93.25. Well, 10% of 93.25 is 932 point what? 0.5. Now the next one is 15% at, well, we don't want to do the 93.25 again. So we take the 39,100 and we minus the 37,950 and we minus the 93.25 and then we multiply that by 15%. Now I need somebody to take 37,950, which is the max for the 15%, and subtract 9,325 and multiply that by 15.15, 15%. I'm going to see if I can use my calculator. I hope I don't mess up the hot spot.
Did you get 4,000?
No. I got 400,000.
Oh, good. We know you need to be an accountant. 37.
I'm not good at this.
You might need to be an accountant for some of them Hollywood stars in some of these colleges. 37 minus 93.25. I got 28,625 times 0.15. I got 42.9375.
I know what I did wrong. I got that this time. I got it right.
42.93.
93.75.
Okay, now, what's the last one? Well, you're going to max out at 39,100. So 25% at, well, you don't have no more. You can't get blood out of a turnip. So it's 39,100. Oops. And remember, this one always comes down. This one always comes down. So 37,950 equals. All right, do that one. So 39,100. Let me clear my 39,100 minus 37,950. Shouldn't be that much. It is 1150 times 0.25. Did y'all get $287.50?
Yes.
And of course, what are we going to do to those three numbers now?
Adam.
Add them up. So go ahead and do that. So 287.5 plus 4293.75 plus 932.5. I got 5513.75.
Yep.
Okay, that is what we owe Uncle Sam. But we've got to also add the what? The FICA. We've also got to add the FICA. So that's what we owe in taxes. This is part 3. So now we got to add the FICA. What's the FICA? 3786.75. 3786.75. So 5513.75 plus 3786.75. I got 9,350 cents. That's the total owed.
Do we add all of these plus FICA? Okay.
Now that's a good representation right there of the three parts. So as soon as that comes up on the screen, you might want to take a picture of it because that's what you're supposed to do right there. That's a good example right there. Even though it's on the document cam, you need to take a picture of it because that's how you do the tax and the FICA. Now, what if I give Miss Riddle a $2,000 tax break for driving a Prius electric car? Where is that going to come off of?
Does that come off where you take the standard deduction and the exemption?
No, remember,
Where you tax
the
everything?
tax credit comes off your final owed. So instead of owing $9,300.50, if she has a tax credit for buying a Prius car to $2,000, then she only owes Uncle Sam how much? $7,350. She takes the tax. Remember, tax credit comes off the final owed. Write that down. Always. Tax credit comes off what you final owed. Do you remember me telling y'all if I owe Miss Riddle $500 and she says to me, you know, Hubert, we're good friends. I don't need that money. You don't need to pay me that money back. Okay? Then that's like money in my what? Pocket if I don't have to owe her $500. That's the same principle as a tax credit. If you owe Uncle Sam $9,300 and they say, you know, you bought a Prius car, you got an electric car, you got solar panels, we're going to give you a $2,000 tax credit. That means you don't owe them $2,000. So that means that you can take the $9,300 and take it down to what? $7,300. So if the tax credit comes off of what you owe, make sure you write that down. Now, like I say, that is a good representation right there of how you do the taxes. First thing you do is you multiply the 49.5 times the 7.65%. And that gives you your FICA, what you owe FICA, which is your Medicare, Social Security, and all that stuff. Then you take the 49.5 and you subtract the deduction and the exemption. That gives you 39. And that's what goes through the what? The brackets. You run it through the brackets, and then you got total owed here. You got to add that back to the FICA, and then that gives you the total owed. And that's where your tax credits come off. So that, like I say, that's a good, if you can do that problem right there, that's about the most difficult that I'm going to give you on the test as far as income tax.
Thanks.
Does that help? Does everybody see that page okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. All right. We're going to cover one other homework question, and that'll get us through this for Snickety's class. And we can at least say we had class this morning. All right. Here is the question that was sent to me. And I think we went over this question yesterday. I'm not sure. Or whatever day it was. Wednesday.
Last class,
Yeah, I think we went over it Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Just look at it. Let me see if I can get it. All right, let me know when y'all got the picture. I got it blowed up a little bit.
Yeah, we did this one last class. We see it.
Okay, let's do it again just in case. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to change over. Let me know if you can see this question. Tell me when y'all can see 4B 104.
We
We
see
see
it.
it now.
Okay, I'm gonna blow it up so you can write it down. All right, there you go. Write it down, and we're gonna go over it. A retired couple plans to supplement their Social Security with interest earned by a $170,000 retirement fund. If the fund compounds interest monthly at APR or R of 7.2%, which the couple takes out and spends, how much interest is generated each month? Suppose R drops to 5%. What is the resulting interest payment each month? And then C, estimate the APR needed to generate $1,400 each month in interest. I need some rock and rye. No comment? Okay, nobody's gonna talk to me, that's fine. I'm sick, my son's sick, nobody wants to talk to me. That's okay.
There was this one time that I was sick and my dad gave me Jaeger, so now I don't tell him I'm sick so he doesn't make me drink Jaeger.
Say that one more time. What happened?
I was like really congested and sick, so my dad gave me some Jaeger, so now I don't tell him when I'm sick because I don't like it. Like, it was horrible.
Gosh, I can't stand that stuff. I don't see how people drink it. It tastes like a flat cheer wine to me.
It was just like, it burned like more than like anything I've ever had. Like, it was just awful the whole way down.
I never have liked that stuff. And there's only one way I can drink cheer wine, and that's when it's cold and right after it's been opened. It's got to be cold and it's got to be open. After that, it tastes like cough syrup. When life gives you lemons, mix them with vodka and tell everyone you're doing a cleanse. Whatever. That was something off my Facebook. Okay, y'all got it written down?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go to the document cam now. And there's the problem. And the first thing you're going to do is utilize your A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to the NT power. And what did I tell y'all about this problem? If nothing is said about the year, what are you to assume?
And it's 1 year.
Okay, so we're going to assume, since nothing is said, T is equal to 1. I'm going to blow it back down, or however you say it, zoom down so you can see what I'm writing. What's that noise? I heard somebody talking. Okay.
Hearing these guys over here. They're behind me.
What are they doing?
Like right beside the door. Stand by the door talking. Thumb up their ass.
Oh, I thought somebody was looking in on our class since I was doing it over a cell phone hotspot.
No, I don't know. I don't know what
All
they're
right,
doing.
so plug and chug. 170,000 A is equal to 170,000 1 plus, what is R? 0.072
Yeah.
over 12 raised to the 12 times 1 power. Now this is where you need to use your handy dandy calculator. I don't have a handy dandy calculator, and I'm using my home computer, so I'll have to use my handy dandy phone calculator. So 0.072 divided by 12 equals 0.006 plus 1. I'm going to write this down so you can have it on the recording. So that's equal to 170,000, 1.006 to the 12th power. So I've got to turn my thing sideways. All right, so I'm going to raise that to the 12th power, close parentheses, equals. I got 1.07. Now I'm going to write everything out because with money, what's the two most important things in life? Time and what?
Money.
Money. So you take that thing all the way out. I got 10 digits on my calculator, so 1.0744241641677. And multiply that by what? 170,000. And I got $182,652.11. Okay, that's how much they have after 1 year. Now, how do you find the interest? Because this is A. We're doing A. Okay, it says how much interest did they have each month? Well, first of all, you got to find your interest. So I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. So interest is equal to 182,652.11 minus 170,000. What's 170,000? That's their original what? Investment. And what does that equal? Well, I'm going to minus it, 170,000. I got 12,652.11. That is the total what? Interest. And what do you do when you want to find the total interest per month? Divide by what?
12.
And somebody do that? I'll do it. Divided by 12. I got 1,054.34 monthly interest. What'd y'all get?
The same thing.
All right, that's A. It says, what's the monthly interest? There it is. Okay, now let's go back and look at B. B says, suppose the APR drops to 5%. What is the interest per month? So I want y'all to do that right now. Change R to 0.05. I'm going to go ahead and write it on the next page. Has everybody got that picture right there down to 1054.34? Y'all have that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to do B. And B is monthly interest at R is equal to 0.05, which is 5%. Okay, so I want y'all to crank that out. Go ahead and be working on it. I'll write the formula down for you. A is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to the NT power. Again, T is assumed to be 1 year because it doesn't say. Go ahead and crank that in. So A is equal to 170,000. 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12 raised to the 12 times 1 power. And I'm going to take my handy dandy calculator. Then I'm going to clear it. And I'm going to take 0.05 divided by 12 and add that to 1. I got 1.0416, and I'm going to put dots because I want to keep them in there. Keep that in your calculator. 1.00416 repeating. Keep that in your calculator. Raise that to the 12th power. So I'm going to hit x to the y, 12, close parentheses, equals. And that's going to give me 1.0511618,979. And I'm going to keep that in the calculator. And I'm going to multiply that by 170,000. Times 170,000. I got 178,697.52. And that's what's earned after 1 year. So to find the interest, you take the 178,697.52 and subtract 170,000, which was the original investment. And you can do that in your head. That leaves $8,697.52. And what do you do to find the monthly interest? Divide by what? 12. So I'm going to subtract 170,000 and divide that by 12. I got $724.79 per month. And that's interest per month. What'd y'all get?
That's what I got as well.
All right, so that's B. We've just found that we made with 5% interest. So if you go down 2% in interest, that's going to cost you about $300 per year. All right, now C. C says estimate the APR for the interest rate. I'm just going to rewrite it because I don't like the APR. It says estimate the R needed. Estimate the R needed to generate $1,400 each month in interest.
Your hand is just stagnant.
Say again?
Your hand is stagnant there. We can't. No
Well, it
movement.
takes it a minute. I'm going through my cell phone, so we just make it through this last part. That'll be it for today. Because I wanted to cover these two questions today. So has everybody got is everything there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing you got to do is find out what's the total interest per year at $1,400 each month. So that's going to be $1,400 times 12, and that's equal to, I'll take my handy dandy calculator. I wish the screensaver would quit turning it on. And we're going to take clear, and we're going to multiply 1,400 times 12. I got 16,800. 16,800 yearly interest. Okay? So that's going to have to be added to our 170,000 to get the final outcome. So 170,000 plus 16,800 is equal to 186,800. Somebody check me, make sure I did my math right. Needed for 1,400 per month interest. Therefore, plug and chug into our 186,800 is equal to 170,000 times 1 plus r over 12 raised to the 12th power. All right, I want y'all to finish it. Because all you have to do now is solve for what?
R.
R. Solve for R. And I'll even change R to a different color. We're going to solve for R. So what's the first step?
To divide each side by 170,000.
Good job. Divide each side by 170,000. I'm going to do this in a different color. So I'm going to divide by 170,000 on both sides. So take your handy dandy calculator. And take plus 180 or plus 170,000 equals. That's 186,800 divided by 170,000. I got 1.09, and we're going to write all the way out. 1.0988235294. That's why the calculator is so good, to keep it in there, and all you do is just keep. And this goes out, and that leaves you with 1 plus r over 12 raised to the 12th power. Now what? We still want r by itself. We got to get rid of what next?
12 exponent.
12th power. So we need to raise both sides to the 1/12th power, or take the 12th root. Now that was to the 5th power, you'd raise both to the 1/5. If it was the 7th power, you'd raise both to the 1/7. If it was the 101st power, you'd raise both to the 1/101 power. So I'm going to take that long number on the left-hand side, and I'm going to raise that, x to the y, 1 divided by 12, close parentheses, equals. And that gives us 1.00788425591. And that's going to be equal to 1 plus, where's my orange marker? Over there. 1 plus r over 12. And what happens, what's 1/12 times 12 over 1? That's to the first power, so basically the brackets fall off because anything to the first power is that one thing. Now how do you get rid of adding 1?
Subtract 1.
Take my blue marker, and I'm going to subtract 1. And subtract 1. And that's going to leave me with 0.00788425591 is equal to blank over 12. And that's r over 12.
And now multiply by 12.
And now you multiply by 12. Good. And I'm going to subtract 1 on my calculator. And that gives me 0.007. And I'm going to multiply that by 12. And I got 0.0946. And I've run out of room. So I'm going to go over here to the side. I'm going to write it in purple. 0.09461 dot dot dot. And I'm going to draw a. Now that is equal to what percent? 9%. You could argue 9.5, but the test or the homework usually tells you to round to the nearest, and it is an estimate, so you could say either 9 or 9.5, depending on what the directions ask you to round to. The reason I say 9.5, you could say 10%, because the 6 takes the 4 to a 5, then therefore the 5 takes, but I don't think that's splitting hairs. I would say 6.9%. Question. Okay. We have done 2 problems, but it each had several parts. So that's basically we've done 5 or 6 problems. Do y'all have any questions on this so far?
I didn't go to this.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write down who's here, and I'm going to take the roll. Computer. I'm going to hit the records.